Early one night, a small tank engine was backing onto some coaches in the station. He was waiting patiently at the docks to take his passengers home. He had the same shape as Thomas, with 6 small wheels and red stripes, except he was painted silver and had the number 0 on both of his sides. He was called Timothy, and he was an old but kind engine, with a wrinkly face and wrinkles on his lips. Soon all the luggage and the passengers were on board the coaches, the doors slammed shut, and the guard waved his green flag and blew his whistle, and his driver soon called out.
"Right, Timothy, time to go now." "Sure thing,"
replied Timothy, and they steamed away into the night. Timothy was soon puffing down the line in the countryside. The rails hummed underneath his wheels, and the coaches rattled behind him. The moon was full, and the stars twinkled, brightening up this clear night beautiful sky. The signals were down, and a great gust of cold wind brushed on both sides of Timothy as he sped down the valley. Soon they approached the first station. Then it happened. The guard applied the brakes, but nothing happened, and Timothy kept on going and shot right past the station at high speed. "Timothy, what are you doing?" cried his driver and fireman. Timothy didn't answer. He just went faster and faster. Suddenly they were switched onto the wrong track and diverted off the main line. Then the driver and fireman looked outside the cab window and saw in horror and realization the line ahead of them. They were heading towards a cliff where a viaduct was to be built. "Timothy, stop! You'll kill us all!" screamed his driver and fireman.
"I am sending you all to hell."
And every year, on the date of the axe, he runs again as a warning to others, plunging into the gap, shrieking like a rat.
"Percy, what in the name of insanity are you talking about?"
The ghost train. My driver saw it last night.
"Percy, you tell one of the most worst ghost stories ever. You are a big oversized ego, a silly little tank engine who should be forbidden to not tell rubbish ghost stories. Now shut up and go to sleep."
The driver didn't believe in your ghost.
Percy told his driver next morning. "Neither did I," he chuckled. "It was a pretend ghost train from television. It was a movie I was watching, not a real ghost train." Percy felt foolish and very silly and was very disappointed. But he was too busy taking stone trucks from the quarry to the docks to be thinking about ghosts. Soon, after his job was done, he set off for home. Percy was soon heading back to Osdale's sheds. He was taking a route. It was a shortcut to get home. Crow's Farm Crossing was a shortcut, serving as a halt on Thomas's branch line. Meanwhile, the woods near Crow's Farm Crossing, Terence the tractor was pulling a cart of line. But as they crossed over the line, a wheel broke off and it was stuck. Terence tried hard. He slipped and pulled and slipped and tugged, but the cart wouldn't move. It was stuck tight. So they went for help. "Oh dear," said Terence. "I hope nothing bad happens." "Don't worry, Terence," soothed his driver. "The next train doesn't do for an hour. There's still time." But they didn't know about Percy. Percy broke the cart to smithereens. White line flew everywhere.
Oh, come on.
Cried Percy, coughing. Luckily, no one was hurt because no one was at the junction. His driver and fireman weren't hurt either. They were inside the cab. Soon they quickly headed off to the nearest signal box. Hello, you lot. What have you done to Percy? He's white all over. Percy's driver and fireman quickly explained to the signalman of what had happened. I'll see to it, chuckled the signalman. But you better clean that lime off of Percy, or all the people and the engines on the island will think he's a ghost.
Oh, do let's pretend I'm a ghost. Scare Thomas. That'll teach him to say I'm a silly engine.
Percy chuckled. Toby agreed and promised to help, and Percy told Toby his plan. Soon he went to find Thomas. Thomas was being oiled up for his evening train, and Toby quickly rushed into the shed, panting. He looked terrified.
Percy has had an accident.
Oh, that stupid Percy! Making me late! Botheration! But what, Toby? Out with it!
I just saw something. It looked like Percy's ghost. It said it was coming here to warn us.
Quivered Toby. Scoffed Thomas. Don't you worry, Toby. I'll take care of you. And I'll give that Percy a piece of my mind. Thomas didn't have to wait long enough, because Percy was already outside the sheds. The plan was arranged, and Toby's driver and fireman quickly shut the doors at the back of the shed. He wailed spookily. Toby pretended to be frightened.
No, not by the smoke of our chimney chim-chims. Then I will shove, I'll break your door in.
Holy crap, and call me Billington! It's real! Get me the hell out of here! And Thomas shot out the other way. It was morning when Thomas returned. Well, said Thomas. I knew you'd be sad about Percy, Toby, and I didn't want to intrude. I slept in the goods sheds with Annie and Clarabelle and the other coaches and trucks, and then he heard Percy. Oh crap! I'm sorry, Toby. I can't stop. I've got to see a coach about a train. And Thomas shot out the station like a jackrabbit with Annie and Clarabelle rattling behind him. Percy was none the least for his adventure, and was still enjoying himself enormously. He had heard everything.
Well, what do you think of that, Toby? Well, everyone would think that our old Thomas just saw a ghost.
Oh, they did.